people of the world. Welcome to today's episode of Coffee Chats with Jax. We are currently in the middle of doing a video series for my book Finding Home right now, which, if you're unfamiliar with what that is, it is a book that I just published about my journey finding my belonging, pretty much, finding myself, finding out how to go through life once you pass through into adulthood and try and find your spot in this world and what that looks like. And the chapter that we're on today is about how I used to try and find belonging by being really needed and by being helpful and useful. That was really easy for me to fall into by being a personal assistant for a while. I felt like I was only wanted around if I had something to offer, if I had something to bring to the table, which made sense because of my job, but it really affected me mentally and emotionally. It made me feel like unless I have something to offer, I'm not wanted. There's been multiple occasions in my life, which stories that I do tell in the book, about having friends going through really, really hard stuff and me not feeling like I have the right thing to say or the right thing to offer. And I feel like because I don't have the right thing to say, I am a failure. That's been a way that I have tried to find my sense of purpose and home and whatnot throughout my life. And so I thought I was gonna find my purpose and my healing and my belonging in being needed. And so after I left Boston a couple years ago, which if you're familiar with my book or my story, you'll know that that was kind of my breaking point. And the year after I left Boston was my big mental health year. This was last year. This is where I was told that the next steps I take regarding my mental health are vital. I was told that it was like a life or death situation for me. And so something that I did that I thought would help me was buying a puppy. I don't know if you guys remember Phoebe, the little golden retriever puppy I had. I thought needing to be needed by this puppy would make my life okay because I had something to offer. And it's weird and it looks really different than helping a friend, but it came from the same place in my heart of feeling like I would be okay if this little creature needed me and I had something to offer. If you know the story of that or not, you know that that went south real quickly. I'm not gonna get into that story, but shortly after I had that puppy, I went to dinner at my best friend's house and I sat down on this chair and she was preparing food like salmon and veggies and all this stuff, and I was feeling antsy because I had nothing to offer. I kept trying to offer to help or to do something, to clean, to cut vegetables, anything, and they wouldn't let me do anything. And I felt so anxious, and it was like I wasn't trying to help them for them. I was trying to help them for me, it seemed like. It was kind of coming from this place in my heart of I need to have something to offer or I shouldn't be here. I'm not trying to cut vegetables so that I can do you a favor. I'm cutting vegetables so that I feel okay with myself. And that's when it's not okay. And so they sat me down in this chair and they were like, Jackie, we don't want you to do anything. You are here because we want you here, not because you have something to offer us. You are here because we love you, and that is enough. So don't you dare lift a finger. We are taking care of you tonight. That really impacted me. That really got to my head because I realized that I am not just wanted or needed in a room because I have something to offer. It's not about me having the right words to say when someone's going through a hard time. It's not about me being able to cut the vegetables for you or whatever kind of task I can get done. I'm not the world's assistant, and I'm still needed and wanted even if I can't help with random things. That's a really big thing to me. That was a really, really big deal and thing for me to learn, especially kind of from coming through the withdrawals of being an assistant and helping everyone out all the time. But realizing that we're wanted and needed and loved without having anything to offer is a really big deal. So I talk about that a lot in my book, Finding Home. If you guys are interested in purchasing a copy of this, reading more about that, learning more about the ways that I have looked for my purpose and belonging in this life, then there's a link to buy my book Finding Home in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for caring about what I have to say, and thanks for being on my team. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.